Alright guys, so today's episode we will be installing full door enclosures with a new door bracket, full door skin, and the upper enclosures are here as well. I will be showing you how I modified everything to fit a flip-up windshield. This will be fun. So first of all, if you're not familiar, this part goes like there. And then your striker, well not your striker, but your door latch itself, bolts in right here. Those two line up, that's done. This should be fairly quite simple. The door should be, not the upper enclosure. Just takes a lot of time, beer, and more time. It's not a bad idea to go ahead and toss you some good old Loctite on all your bolts here because it's going to be permanently installed. Alright, just literally putting these two on. Alright, that part's done. Now for this part, this here is the Polaris full door. The full door covers this section as well. So the door actually will kind of stick out in a way, like so. But it's made to do that, so it fills this gap here. These are going to be our winter doors. So the black doors with the black canopy, that's all winter. During summer, it'll look like this. During winter, it'll have the full black door with the upper portion as well. Kind of take that back. They'll also be used for when we ride and it decides to start raining and we take our doors with us. So Polaris has this little pin. I've done lost it. It's a pin and a little E-clip that holds the doors on. Well, that's not going to cut it when you're out on the trails. You run back to the, here's the bolt, or I shouldn't say, it's a boltish pin. And it's got the little groove for the, get in focus, E-clip. That's trash. Stepping it up and, here they are. I got some bolts. I get a 5/16, I believe. I can't remember. That's like 11 o'clock at night. Focus, dang it. Anywho, these will not fit in here. So I had to drill them out to the size of 5/16. Passenger side, it really doesn't clear. So had to get the old trusty Dremel. So now, back to the truck. All you gotta do is just, I'm gonna put a lock washer and a nut on there. So unbolt it, pop this up on both sides, or top and bottom I should say. Out with one door, put your door in, drop these in, top and bottom, tighten down. Now you're ready to ride. So these fit nice and snug. No play in there. However, there is some play in the door itself. Not sure why. There's also play with the regular pin as well. Not sure if that's how they're designed, but we'll see. So when I bought this machine, I'd be lying if I said putting these uppers was my first time. It's not. When I bought it, it had the white doors with the upper door on it, and I've already took them off and reinstalled them and whatnot a couple times. So I do know how those go together. This here I did not install. It was like that when I got it, so I don't know really any tips on installing this other than it looks like a pain in the butt. I don't think it is, but it looks like it. Especially here on the roof line, a lot of it doesn't really line up that well. I don't know if it's a combination of it not wanting to line up or the roof bags. Alright, so I bought this on Amazon and it was the only one left. So I have one roll to do both doors and a few interior pieces. Fender's not getting wrapped, it's just there for out of the way. That video should be up already. So Seadecking, you want to, ideally it's better to do this in the summertime when you got a bunch of heat, or in your basement or garage that's heated. That way this can lay out nice and neat and try to unroll. I did take the weight that I had sitting on it off, and it did seem to stay unrolled. So what we're going to do is we're just going to roughly trace out the door and cut it. And we're going to do the same with the other door and then see what we got left over. I would like to take and put a piece in here. That way, when the base hits and whatnot, it don't rattle as much. I don't know. We'll see. Eventually, we're going to get Seadecking that wraps the center console and the dash pads. And I may bottom, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. Again, I'd say I'd be lying if this was my first time doing this. I did this on the S Pro Armor doors, and I will tell you, these doors, there's not a whole lot of curve to it. A lot easier than those Pro Armor doors. That's for damn sure. Well, as I'm going to put these doors onto the door frames here, I go to get the hardware, And well, it's the only hardware I can find. Either they got lost when I got the door, I threw them away, or I lost them. Fortunately, I was able to find a place that still has those in stock and order them. However, it's 4 to 6 business days to ship it. It's Thursday, and I got 10 business days till we ride. 11 business days till we ride. I hope this gets here. So I was fortunate to find these set of OEM doors off eBay for I think $600. However, this one's folded up just a little bit. So the driver's side skin is a little fudged up. May be able to take a heat gun to it, warp it back out. I don't know. But the passenger plastic door, it's up there already, came off of that because it had a huge gouge running across the side of it. So got a new door out of it and got a set of these frames, which these run, I want to say, they're pretty expensive. Let's just say that. Well, blunder avoided. I was just digging through some parts up in the loft. I found them. Lucky me, I just saved $100. Alright, so I'm not sure if these are come on it from factory or not, but when I was on the parts list trying to find everything I need for my door latches, I stumbled across these. These get installed right between your latch and where the striker hits. It's like a rubber piece gasket in a way. I'm assuming it's going to help cut down on the noise rattling, especially these being metal doors. If these work good, I'm going to put them on there. And if they don't work, well, there's the old electrical tape solution to stick on there. Alright, so order process. Door frame to upper door. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this door bag on. This is the Chupacabra brand. The only reason I went with them is because they are a little quicker than the PRP as far as ordering. Give these a try. The bags are bigger than PRP, by the way. PRP kind of has this little knee pad that comes down. Chupacabra has a knee insert that goes inside of here. It's kind of a triangular device. I'll pull out the other one before I install it and show you. But I feel these are a lot bigger, a lot nicer than the PRP. But me being a PRP fanboy, I will probably install the PRPs on the white doors because I eventually want to get PRP seats as well. So I figured, this here, I don't know, it's just our rain and wintertime doors. It's nice. It's got a little cup holder here, got a little pouch here. Inside of this pouch, so it's kind of nice because this folds over the zipper. Unlike PRP, zipper is exposed. This folds down over the zipper so you can kind of keep it open. Rain's not going to get into it. And then you got the mesh here. Inside of here, there's actually a little like D-ring thing that you can clip your keys to, which is kind of nice. So the door skin will be the last thing. Because I've still got to get behind here to install all this, and I've installed, I can't even talk, I sound like Quintangian or something, I don't know. I've installed these before, and it's always easier with the skins off. So that's where we're at. All right, now to prep the door itself, because we have these holes that we'll be putting bolts through. You can do a couple things. You can take a drill it out, take a little pin, like a dental pick, push through, break the hole. I personally am going to go with the dental pick option, because if you use the drill, you're going to be doing a lot of pressure on the backside. It's going to peel the adhesive off, and plus it's going to start like tearing the backside of it. Ask me how I know. Got a total of 6 on each door. Carry on. All right, little update. Save yourself time. Put these spacers on the door first, instead of having to put them on there and then fighting it to get lined up with this. Well, this was the pain in the dick. So I had to start these bolts here and here to hold in this door bag, which bolt through everything. Trying to get it lined up was pretty damn fun. Now just flip the door over, tighten all the torque bolts on the backside, and then this door will be ready to throw on the machine. All right, so got the door on. Looks good. The bolts, there's a little play in it, but not too bad. It is a very snug fit with the gasket down there. I always say it's like a Ford, you gotta slam the doors. All right, so now we got this on. Now I'm gonna show you how I do this plastic piece. If I believe correctly, the gentleman I bought this from said that was the main reason he did not put a flip-up windshield on this, is because of all the cutting you have to do to get that plastic piece to fit. So what I suggest is one, taking your time, and B, taking your time, mark it correctly. We will be using heat, knives, and all kinds of fun stuff that you can mess up your plastic real quickly. So, like I said, it's going to take a little time. This ain't going to be a quick, hey, I got a couple hours, let's knock this out. No, this is I think it took me a good hour. By the time I got this side up and cut. That's not cutting well, this was not hard to put on, but that was including the time it took me to think on how to do all this, all the crap I messed up here. What I was trying to do actually was take a bolt and tap it into the roll cage, but to my knowledge, or a little to my knowledge, I did not realize this is where the cage meets, so I busted the drill bit trying to drill. So there's a broken drill bit in here now. I hope this ain't a weak spot in my cage. If it is, I'm screwed. But at the same point, I really don't want to find out how durable this cage is, and if these retractable 5-point harnesses work really good. Figure out where I need to make my cuts, yada yada yada. Sorry, maybe I can get a cameraman one day. I'm going to cut all these little tabs off of it. I'm going to go back to the other side the same way. That way it looks a little nicer. But pretty much this tab, I've got it set. So this tab will pretty much go right about there. Line up right there. So what I got to do is make some marks here and then there. It's always easier to cut smaller and go bigger. It's always easier to take plastic out than add plastic. And then once we get that done, I will show you how I do my clamps. Because we can't use the clamps for this as they're in the way. And then that one did not work for some odd reason. And then this one broke off. We might try getting this one to work. I don't know. I don't think the other side, I got it to work. Let's see. No, I don't feel it. I feel it on this one, so we could probably do this one towards the back. And what I do is I keep this torch on. Make sure you have a fresh blade. Heat it up. I've made the mistake on using plastic X-Acto knives. Yeah, don't do that. Unless you like melting yellow plastic on black plastic. Don't recommend it. Alright. So, you can use a rotary tool or vibro saw or not a reciprocating saw, but the ones that like vibrate like that. Yeah, you can use that on here, but I feel with a knife or a hot knife, I have a lot more control over where my cuts are, and they turn out a lot cleaner. So yeah, I say they turn out a lot cleaner. We just got some sharp edges, which we're going to trim up. I had to take a little break. My knife was getting too hot to hold, and yes, I was wearing a glove, so we're going to let that cool. I'm going to trim this, and then move on to something else in the meantime. All right, got this all cut out. Can't take credit. The wife did this side. So if it's messed up, it's on her. She'll get all the cold air and the water. So that's on her. She did a good job. What I got to do next is cut a couple tabs on the other side. Then what we got to do is cut a little notch in here and also one in here so we can put our clamp on there. I think we should be good. And then, because the other side I screwed up, I think I'm just going to put a nut here just so it matches. Yeah, that nut there. Just going to put one on that side. It's not going to be doing anything. It's just going to make it match. And then fill all these holes with nuts and washers. And then get this lined up, drill a hole, and put a nut and washer through that. Finish putting our weather stripping on that. And maybe a piece on here. Then we should be done with the enclosure. Alrighty, so we got our full doors on. Interior, bags. Looks pretty good. Alright guys, well I hope you like what I did with the full door upper and lower enclosure. And please like and subscribe, and hopefully see you on the trail.